It's Easy Rightsizing on KFOR every Sunday morning. We're here. I'm here with Jeannine Bryant of Changing Spaces SRS to help you feel good about the personal belongings that you saved during your move, and maybe even more importantly, help you feel all right about the personal belongings you do not save.
Ooh, I love it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Jeannine, thank you for coming in. Whether it's moving across town, moving across the country, moving is complicated, it's physical, it's emotional, and it can be expensive.
Absolutely. You know, Dale, there's more ways something can be expensive than just money. Right? Moving is costly and expensive on many levels. And today I want to talk about how difficult moving can be, and then how a senior move manager like myself and my team at Changing Spaces SRS can make it easier. Because I tell my clients this all the time: if moving was easy, I wouldn't have a job. Right? So moving is difficult, and it's challenging on many levels, and it's challenging at any age. But when you are moving, at an advanced age, okay, maybe in your 70s, 80s, 90s, those are the majority of our clients, it's even more complicated. And so today I want to talk about some of the ways in which moving can be really draining. So the first way that it can be expensive is it's very logistically complicated, okay? And it is a huge hurdle of physically going through each and every object in your home. And when you think about it, when you move, that's exactly what you have to do. You have to touch each and every object in your home, and you have to decide, am I keeping this? Am I letting go of this? What am I doing with this? Am I selling it? Am I giving it to family members or friends? And here's the thing, you don't just have to touch your objects once, you actually have to touch them twice, right? Because we got to pack them and then we got to unpack them. So think about doing that. Just the boxes alone, most of our clients who, when they're moving, we use between 75 and 100 boxes for our clients. But remember, those are the clients who are downsizing. So they're only moving a portion of their things. Maybe they're moving to a 1-bedroom apartment or a 2-bedroom apartment. If we're talking about a whole house move, typically we use between 400 and 500 boxes on a whole house move.
Wow.
We just did one last month. So just the sheer logistics of getting the boxes to your house, okay, going out and buying the boxes, schlepping them over to your house, and then every box requires tape, it requires packing paper, bubble wrap. We use a label on all of our boxes so we know what the heck is in the box. So just the logistics of all of that is enough to send one's mind spinning. Moving, of course, is also financially expensive, okay? So you've got to hire the movers. You've got to buy all of the supplies. Wherever you're moving to, you probably had to put a deposit or a down payment down on the new house or a deposit on the apartment. You've got to negotiate the transaction of selling your old place. So it's a lot financially to move. It's also emotionally draining. Anytime you leave a home that you have lived in and loved for years or decades, it includes all kinds of complicated feelings. And even if you're excited about the move, even if you have a generally positive attitude about this transition, it can still really be sad and difficult, because when you move to the new place, it's not going to feel like home right away, right? That's just the long and short of it. For the first few weeks, maybe even first few months, it's not going to feel quite like home, and you're going to miss certain aspects of your old place. So it really is an emotionally draining process as well. It's also physically exhausting, okay? So we've already talked about having to touch every object in your home. And when you're touching those objects, not once, but twice, it really can be so physically exhausting, especially when you're doing it at an advanced age. And the actual move day, when the movers come and load up the truck with all of your stuff from your old place and drive it over to the new place, and then they unload it into the new place, that day can be quite a marathon. And we have seen it time and time again. There is a point on move day before you've unpacked the essentials, before the bed is made, and you think to yourself, how am I ever going to get through this day? You know, when Changing Spaces helps you move, we're alongside you throughout the whole process. But on move day, We help the movers place all the furniture where we want it in the new place because we have thoughtfully drawn out a floor plan ahead of time. We know exactly which piece of furniture is going to go where. And we start unpacking the essentials first. One of the essentials is that we make sure the bed is made as soon as possible. And we just see the stress drain from our clients' shoulders after they walk into their bedroom. And maybe there's boxes everywhere in the apartment, but they see their bed is made. There's clean sheets, there's pillows and blankets. They know that they've got a place to crash that night. And that is so valuable for our clients. So, we have worked with clients, I think I mentioned this in a show a couple weeks ago, where we've done just the estate sale portion of the transition for our clients, and they've actually moved themselves. I can think of 2 instances in the last year alone where they moved themselves, and they revealed to us that they had been moving for 2 to 3 months. They'd been doing it a little bit at a time, and the new place is a disaster and the old place is a disaster. And can you imagine the physical and emotional toll that it takes on clients when they do this bit by bit, instead of being organized and intentional from the start and getting it done in a week or 2? At Changing Spaces SRS, we are senior move managers. And so what we do is we approach every person's transition with that intentionality and the organization. We come at it with a plan. We always start with a floor plan. We measure the furniture. We get the furniture figured out first. You can't start sorting unless you know exactly which bookcases are going to come with you, which desks, with which curio cabinets, and on what wall in the new place they're going to go. Then we help you sort through the little stuff, because I tell you, there's no sense in paying someone to pack and move and unpack stuff that you don't really want in the first place. Mm-hmm. So let's not move the stuff that you don't really need, use, or love. Let's get rid of that first, and let's only move the best stuff that you really know you're going to need in the new place. So we bring all the boxes. You don't have to worry about picking up boxes and schlepping them to your place. We bring all of that, and we do all the packing. We call the movers and make those arrangements on your behalf, and then we're with you on moving day, making sure the movers get all the pieces of furniture that they're supposed to get, nothing that they're not supposed to get. We supervise them loading up all the boxes, and then we follow them over to the new place. And then, like I said, in the new place, we help place the furniture, and then we get started unpacking those boxes as soon as they come in. We unpack the essentials first. We make sure the bed's made, clothes are in the closets, toiletries are unpacked, and they've got their kitchen essentials out so that they can be comfortable that first night. And then, if necessary, we'll come back the next day and we'll unpack the rest of the stuff, the books, the artwork, the knickknacks, okay? And then we take all the boxes away with us. So when you are working with experienced professionals who do this hundreds of times each and every year, you're able to approach this transition with a whole lot more streamlined efficiency and grace than if you were to do it haphazardly, sort of on your own. And that translates to saving you time, energy, and money in the long run. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, we're senior move managers. There are companies like us throughout the country. We're our own business. We're a locally owned business. We're not a chain, but there are other professionals across the country who do what we do. And we are part of a national association. I just got back from their convention that they hold each year. It's called the National Association of Senior Move Managers. And so if you've got family members or friends throughout the country who could use services like ours, you can find a professional who's part of this organization by going to their website. Get a pencil out, because it is NASMM.org. It's the National Association of Senior Move Managers.org, NASM.org. And you can find a senior move manager near you if you're not in Lincoln, Nebraska. If you are in Lincoln, Nebraska, we would love to help you, and we would love to approach this huge, costly transition with a whole lot of planning and efficiency to make sure that it's done in the easiest way possible and to make it as easy on you as possible. And yes, our services do cost money, but boy, I tell you, because of the way we can make it easy and streamlined throughout the process, it is so worth it, because oftentimes we end up saving our clients money in the long run because they're not having to extend the lease on their former place. They're not having to rent a storage unit. We're not going to let you do that unless it's absolutely necessary. And they're able to sell their home a lot quicker because we're able to help them empty it out. And so throughout the whole process, we're able to make it a whole lot more efficient.
Now, we started the conversation with the term expense, and we instantly go to dollar
Money.
signs that we hold in our hand, but your time is worth money.
Absolutely.
Your energy that you expend
Yes.
is worth money. And you
Yes.
brought up something else, too. If, for example, I think my move will take 3 months and I put some deposit money on a new place and 3 months turns into 5,
Oh, yeah.
I have to continue to pay on that place that I'm not even living in yet.
Absolutely. Yes. And with changing spaces, chances are your move will take 1 week, maybe 2. And we're not going to rush you through it. We're thoughtful. We keep you focused. I always say we're personal trainers for your stuff. So we'll get you through it quickly.
www.nasmm.org. A lot of information. There are a couple of places you can go. Actually, 2 places on the internet you can go. Podcasts at easyrightsizing.com and podcasts at the Changing Spaces SRS Facebook. And your book.
That's right. Ready to Right Size. I wrote that book to be a small handheld guide, step-by-step guide for your right sizing transition. And that is available on Amazon. It's Ready to Right Size by Jeannine Bryant.
Helping you find that perfect place between too much and too little. Every Sunday morning we talk about it on Easy Right Sizing with Jeannine Bryant of Changing Spaces SRS.